You're packed up and ready to go on a brand new adventure in Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, and as soon as you step outside, it seems like all of Paldea is your Cloyster. But there are definitely a few things you should consider, especially if you want to make exploring the most rewarding and fun it can be. Here is everything you need to do first in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with plenty of tips to help you along, without spoiling the whole game. Besides choosing your version, the first and often most important choice in any Pokemon game is which of the 3 starter Pokemon you'll choose to accompany you on your adventure. There is no wrong choice, but here's a quick primer on each of them, and don't worry, we'll save their evolutions and signature moves for the very end of this video with a spoiler warning. Sprigatito is the Grass-type starter. It's the fastest of the starter Pokemon, and its final evolution is likely one of the speediest new non-legendary. Plus, it has a good attack stat to make use of those fast feet. But it's defensively the worst starter, and its typing is also defensively just bad. This Pokemon should be used to hit fast and hard where it hurts. Coco is the Fire-type starter. This is the only special attacker of the starters and is the slowest, but its HP and defense are the best. Its typing also becomes the most defensive of the starters, though the types it is weak to are especially common. Overall, Coco is the most defensive option, but is still stacked with a good special attack stat. Quaxley is the Water-type starter. Its defenses and speed are in between Coco and Sprigatito's, but its attack stat is even better than Sprigatito's. Its typage is middle of the road compared to the others as well, but offensively is pretty good. This is the more balanced of the 3, but still excels as a great attacker. No, we're not going to tell you which one to pick, go with your heart. Basically, your next step is to finish the first quest the first day of school. You may be tempted to wander, which can honestly be quite pleasant if you don't mind taking it slow, but following this path will get you to a Pokemon Center ASAP, where you can link up with friends and trade. Completing this prologue will also unlock terastallizing and the ability to ride either Koraidon or Miraidon, so you can get around fast and access everything Scarlet and Violet actually have to offer, in about an hour and a half if you just focus on the story objectives. Quick tip, use the kiosk near the front desk to fast travel to different rooms and classes in the school. You might want to start with some of these optional classes offered at your academy, which serve as surprisingly helpful tutorials even for experienced trainers. As you progress, you'll unlock even more. You can even find some books on the lore of Paldea in the entrance room. The inventory at Delibird Presents expands as you progress, but there are a surprising number of very useful items available immediately, including held battle items and training items to increase a Pokemon's stats faster. These held power items temporarily reduce a Pokemon's speed in battle, but in exchange, the Pokemon earns extra points towards one of its stats permanently. These are called effort values, which you can read more about in our wiki guide. However, keep in mind that in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon only get EV points in active battles, not from auto battles. They won't learn new moves automatically this way when they level up either. At this point, you're free to go wherever you'd like and tackle any of the quests from the 3 paths. There is, however, a golden path based on level, which you can see on our wiki guide. There isn't level scaling in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and though you can catch very high level Pokemon with some difficulty, you won't be able to control them without enough gym badges. Though technically second on the optimal path, defeating the Rock-type Stony Cliff Titan to the east grants an arguably much better reward than the very slightly easier gym to the west. The ability to dash on your mount. Now you can get around to new places much faster. This one is pretty obvious, but explore. Catch those Pokemon, collect those items, and battle those trainers. Even if you go way off the beaten path, just look for nearby Pokemon centers or watchtowers to activate a fast travel point so you can return later. If you explore, you'll also level up naturally, but if you ever need to grind fast or get LP to shop, Terra Raids are especially useful. And if you find yourself surrounded by super strong Pokemon, you can open your menu to prevent a battle, or keep a Pokemon with Run Away at the head of your party so you can always run away. You'll know you're probably in a high-level area if a trainer has a black text box, indicating their Pokemon are stronger than your lead Pokemon. P.S. You can always ask Nurse Joy what you should do next, but this lady recommends tasks based on proximity, then level, so she may recommend something that could wreck you. Alright, that's all you really need to know to get started. Time for some small spoilers about what some of the main quests unlock to help you choose your path if you're still a little unsure. Though it's suggested by our first quest recommendation, each Titan Pokemon you defeat unlocks a new ability for your mount. These are tied to the specific Titan, not the order, and you won't really be able to mainline these due to the aforementioned gym badge limitation. For more unlock info, again, head to the wiki for a handy table of recommended levels and unlockables for the main quest. And finally, here are those starter Pokemon evolutions and their signature moves. Sprigatito evolves into Florigato and then into Meowscarada, a grass and dark type Pokemon. Its signature move is the physical grass type attack Flower Trick, which never misses and always crits, making its base damage a whopping 105. Fuecoco evolves into Crocolore and then Skeledirge, a fire and ghost type Pokemon. Its signature move is called Torch Song, a special fire type attack with 80 base power that buffs its good special attack even more. Quaxley evolves into Quaxwell and then Quaquaval, a water and fighting type Pokemon. Its signature move is the physical water type Aqua Step with 80 base power that also buffs its middling speed. That's all you need to know when you're just getting started in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. For more on Pokemon and for everything else, you're already in the right place. IGN.